What's going on, you bunch of thieves and beggars? Welcome to the round by round Dark Ops challenge guide for Yo Ho Ho, the Dark Ops that requires you to get 20,000 points without getting hit after grabbing the cursed artifact. Now, I've laid this video out to be the loadout and the information you need first, and then once we're in the game, I'll show you the way to get the Easter egg set up and start the Dark Ops calling card. Now, once we're ready to go for it, I'll give you two options. Option one is going to be a pretty routine and standard method to get this calling card done, and I'll show you that way, and then I'll show you option two, or option B, the cheeky, sneaky snake way. So I've had some fun. I came up with a weird way to do it. You can decide which one looks more fun to you and go and pop this calling card for yourself. So let's get into the loadout on this challenge. For our weapon, we want to run the GS45. Doesn't really matter what attachments, but here's the look at my attachments if you want to copy me. Your melee weapon is up to you, and we want to run Ether Shroud and Molotovs, and then if you have them, decoys. And if you want to be an extra sneaky snake, throw in a double points and an idolized gobblegum. Now, going over the augments, this is not really that important, but I wanted to highlight a couple different ones that make this challenge just a tad bit easier. So if you have them, throw them on there. It doesn't hurt. So first off, PhD Flopper. If you have PhD Slider and Tribologist, then that will allow you to slide into enemies and also move around the map faster, avoiding some enemies and not getting hit. So if you get in danger, I'll show you how to use this. Now, secondly, the ammo mod, I'll be running Cryo Freeze for this challenge, so I put on the Big Game and Extension just to slow down any amalgams that might spawn during our challenge. Also, the field upgrades for Ether Shroud, we want to put on Burst Dash and Extension if you have it. If not, don't worry about it. Just do anything other than Void Sheath, okay? So, with all that out of the way, let's get into this game and get going. Alright, I'm in game, and I want to first mention that this has to be done in standard mode. It cannot be done in directed mode. I know, big rip. But once we are in standard mode, our first order of business is to get power and Pack-a-Punch opened, and so I'm going to skip to that part of the game, but you know the drill. I'm going to take you from round one all the way until we get this calling card. So I'll see you once I get power and pack on, and we will pick up from there. Alright, so at this point I'm on the end of round 8. You want to have Pack-a-Punched, you want to get Cryo Freeze on your gun, you want to get it to a green rarity, and you want to have PhD Flopper, as well as the Melee Macchiato perk to actually start this challenge. Now, I want to point out something. Do not be grabbing the points underneath the perk machines. I will explain all that later, which is why I think you should watch the entire method if you want to do the cheeky way. Just don't be grabbing any extra bonus points or anything. I promise you we're going to do it at the end. So I know it's a hard habit to break, but try not to grab the extra points and whatnot like that. So when you have everything that I have, we are ready to set up. And now we are just going to essentially progress the treasure hunt Easter egg. Also, feel free to grab Jug before we actually start here if you want. It's optional, but that's all the perks we're going to need for pretty much this whole challenge. You can grab Speed later, but I'm going to recommend that you just save as many points as you have as possible towards double pack and things like that, because this won't really take too long to complete. Now, once you have everything you need at the moment, come over here to the Speed Cola Tunnel and punch this wall. You'll meet Captain Greg, and we will go find his watch. You'll know his watch is somewhere because it has the red X. It'll be either at the top left, the top right, or the southern part. So you just go to the location on the map where your X is and find the watch. So mine's in the top left, so I'm going to go over there right now. Okay, so I am over here on the top left, and you'll see the watch underneath the water. It's going to be like a glowing yellow dot, and you just pick it up. And now we return to Captain Greg to return his watch. Alright, so once back over here, once you give it to him, he is going to go on a whole monologue right here, and then eventually 3 X's are going to spawn on the map. So that's going to look like this. So yeah, as you can see, the red X's have now appeared. You can go in any order and complete them, but we need Molotovs. Usually while the captain is going on his monologue, I'll come over to the crafting table and craft the Molotovs we need. You need to have at least 3. Now you could also do the thermo grenades. Those, they're the same price as the Molotov, but they're unlocked at a lower level. So if you're like a lower level, you can do those as well. So either one works. All right, so you want to come over to the boat at this point. Like I said, you can do it in any order you want, but this is the most efficient for me. Also, to set up the cheeky, sneaky way later, you go ahead and grab the duck that's in the dumpster, I guess, here. And that'll set up something for later. Just while you're over here, you might as well. But there's our skeleton right here. This is the first crewmate. You want to light him on fire with a Molotov. Now, if you have a thermo grenade, those things are very hard to get that to work. So what you want to do is stand like right about this distance, aim straight at the ground essentially, but just a little bit up, and it'll bounce onto the guy. But now we're just going to kill the HVT Mangler, and try not to end the round, but if you do, it's okay. just get the Mangler killed. He'll drop a cursed coin, and we will pick that up to go on to the next crewmate. Alright, here we go. Get the cursed coin here. And that is going to slow down our health regen. So grab all the loot he drops if you want, and make sure you have your Molotovs still, and then we will go on to the next crewmate. Alright, here I am at the next island. It's the one that is at the top left. And our skeleton is right here on the altar, so go ahead and light him up. And rinse and repeat this step and pick up the coin. Alright, 2 down, and now we will head over to the other island for the last crewmate. Okay, so I am on this island out to the right side of the map, and you'll see our skeleton kind of buried underneath the sand. Go ahead and light the last guy and complete the same thing. After you kill the Mangler, we will be ready to move on to the next part. Here we go. Now we have all 3 coins. We want to return to Captain Greg and give him his treasure. Alright, so we made it back to Captain Greg. We give him his coins. That removes the curse from us. He's going to go on another rant, and then he's going to drop a bunch of legendary guns there. Feel free to grab one as your secondary, as I still have the bullshit jackals. So grab a coin, or not a coin, a gun here, and then we will be ready for the next part. So after you pick out your weapons here, you'll see that there's another red X at the southern part of the map. Now this is going to stay there permanently, and what we need to do is progress 2 full rounds, and at the start of the 3rd round we will be on that island, which will spawn in the cursed artifact. So I'm going to progress probably about 5-ish rounds, and what we want to do is upgrade enough, and when we feel like we're good, we want to wait for a pest round. So I'll show you what that is, but we want to basically guarantee that we start this challenge right after a pest round. Alright, here is our lightning, and our storm has now formed. I had to spend 2 full rounds on Crab Island, and at the start of the 3rd round, our treasure chest spawns. So go ahead and interact with it, grab the cursed talisman. Once you've picked it up, you'll have to wait until the end of the round, and at the next round, you'll be able to return it. So do that right now, and now we're going to spend our time getting set up, and then we will pick this up to get the Dark Up challenge like all in one go. Alright, so once you've acquired the talisman and put it back, at this point you're going to want to wait for a pest round, and then that way you know when a pest round is. And that'll give you the next like 4 to 5 rounds to actually do this challenge, because the worst case scenario is that you're at like 12,000 of the 20,000 points, and then a pest round spawns, and these guys are incredibly infuriating with trying to evade damage. In terms of setup, what we want to do is have at least a double pack gun. Save your salvage beyond like upgrading it. Save that until you've bought everything else, and then if you have something left over, then upgrade your gun. But we want to definitely buy C4, and once we've bought C4, we want to then also get whatever perks you can get, and we also want to be hitting the Gobblegum machine for our idolize and double points, or who's keeping score. So you want to be hitting this throughout this game. You know, you could hit it at any point during the game. Just make sure you have an idolize and a double points to do the method. If not, that's fine. It doesn't really matter. I'll just show you with them just in case you want to do that. Also, if you haven't already picked up a chopper gunner at this point off of the HVT Manglers, they drop them pretty frequently, and you might have picked up one naturally. Go ahead and buy a chopper gunner. And so essentially we want to have at least 1 monkey, a C4, and a chopper gunner. So go ahead and grab all those things with your salvage, and or work towards getting that salvage to do that. And if you have all those things, then you can upgrade your gun and stuff like that. So that's everything we wanted, and I will see you once I get my Gobblegums, and we're ready to start this. Alright, so I am at round 20 here. I have everything I need with the Gobblegums. I have the chopper gunner, my gun is upgraded, I have the monkey bombs, I have my C4, and my perks, and I have hope. So, that's all I need really. But yeah, this is the cheeky method, I guess. You have to have all these things to do this. However, if you want to do the standard mode, you could have just grabbed the talisman and go do that. I'll show you that after I show the cheeky method. So if you're just interested in getting this done, then you can do that. However, if you want to make this a little bit interesting, what you want to do is when you're ready, you've had a pest round, you're ready to start this, grab your talisman, and from this point forward, our Dark Ops is to collect 20,000 points without getting hit. So you'll want to get a boat and make your way over here, and you'll park it underneath the ladder. So I already had a I already had a boat over there, so we're just gonna leave 2 boats, because why not, right? But we want to swim back to the boat itself, and that's where we'll start our first collection of points. Make sure we don't get hit by him. Alright, so to start the cheeky method off, remember we had our duck out of the dumpster. Our next move is to go ahead and use our Who's Keeping Score Gobblegum. So as you can see, I'm at 245 points. So we are going to get as close to 20,000 without even having to kill a zombie. Now the bonus points Easter egg, you have to be careful not to get hit by the zombie here, but go ahead and shoot it. It's up in the window on the wall. You'll grab it, and now we're already at 2,000 points. So now what we want to do is, while our double points is going, if you can try to do it, if not, it's okay. But just run and jump overboard because we're sick of life, right? Don't hit the side of the boat or whatever I did, because now I've just reset my points. But you get the picture. Get in the water and hit these chests, and there's a good chance that they'll drop points, so you can get that on the double points, essentially. There's 3 chests. Usually they're in random spots, but they're all kind of in this general area. Now, once we've done that, ideally you didn't get just absolutely obliterated on the boat. We'll come over to Crab Island where we can do the crab Easter egg. Now, this is the net up here, right there. You shoot it with your pistols, and it's going to spawn these crabs. Now, this is a random chance to, get a perk or money or something like that. So do the Easter egg, and then you'll see what you get. Next, on this same island, we can grab the stuffed animal right there. Next, we can come in here and do a couple things. First off, we can grab the elephant right there. Super cute. And then we also want to start grabbing our perk money. So at this point, go to every perk machine except for Juggernaut. Go to every perk machine and collect your 200 points, and that will give us, a free 1,600 points, but once we get Jug. So do everything but Jug. Once you've gotten all your perk money, you will come over here to this double points, and you want to throw your C4 right there by the double points. So we have our C4 next to the double points. That'll come in handy later. And yeah, now we're going to make our way up to the courtyard area. Now, if the round ends, because I know this is a long time, that's where our idolize comes into play. So we want to come over here, and we want to trigger our double points by blowing up our C4. That'll spawn in that. I'm also going to hit my idolize just in case I get hit. I want to give myself enough time. Which case, we're going to do the basketball Easter egg, so you shoot that spot right there. That will trigger in a whole bunch of points for us. So as you can see, I'm already 12,000, plus, you have to add my 2,000 I lost from the boat, and, factor that in. So then once you're on the double points, try to get the pool table done in time, and then you can also start hitting your stuffed animals that we collected, which will most likely drop money. Now, if you're out of this, you can pop Ether Shroud and try to get as much kills as possible. And when this is over, you can throw your monkey bombs. This is why we have the extension on the Ether Shroud. So try to get as many kills as you can with the monkey bomb. Go ahead and prime it before it's out. And I got hit, unfortunately. I was a little too short, but I think you get the picture, right? So you can get your 20,000 points all in like one go. Hopefully that gave you an idea of like how to just absolutely obliterate the Easter eggs to get as much money as possible. So just to recap, you grab some stuffed animals, which sounds so stupid, but grab some stuffed animals, you get the chest underneath the boat and the bonus points, you set the C4, you blow it up, and you do the basketball Easter egg, and then essentially you collect the money, and you collect the pool table, you collect some stuffed animals, and more than likely you will have to use your Ether Shroud and the monkey bombs. But if you're quick about killing, just go crazy. Just actually go crazy, and you should have no problem getting it. So if everything goes to hell in a handbasket during the cheeky method, and you've done everything, and now you're out of monkey bombs, you're out of Ether Shroud, you're out of everything, and you're only a couple thousand points away, feel free to pop the chopper gunner and just collect the last little bit of points, and you'll cross the threshold probably no problem. So that's how I would suggest doing it. You can, either do all the stuff I was showing you and then hit the chopper gunner before doing the monkey bombs. It's really up to you. I think a combination of a chopper gunner, Ether Shroud, monkey bombs, and the Easter eggs to get the bonus points and all, you'll have no problem getting 20,000 points in a matter of seconds. Anyways, that's the cheeky method. I hope you guys enjoy that. You can practice it, have some fun. I think it was fun to try to get 20,000 without really having to kill anything. So I had fun putting that together, but now let's show you the proper method. All right, so for the proper method, I like to do it in this power room over here. And I've left a few manglers up on the map so you can see how to deal with those guys. But make sure your pack-a-punch is lowered to this floor. And what you're going to want to do is just run circles around this. and kill as you go. Don't be like lingering too long, but you know, just keep running circles and you'll be okay. You'll just kill, and this will take probably a round or so. Depends on what round you're on. But, you know, as they spawn in front of me, I'm just, you know, taking a couple out. We keep it moving. You buy ammo when you need to buy it. And essentially you just do this until you get 20,000 points. Now, if a mangler starts shooting at you, what we want to do, let me go find him. All right, here we go. So if a mangler is running at you or shooting at you and you're like, oh no, I don't want to get hit, you can just run and jump into the water. So anytime you get in trouble when you're running, if you think you're going to get hit, just run and dive into the water. So just run laps until you get 20,000, jump in the water if you ever have an oh shit moment, buy ammo as you're doing it, and essentially you'll get 20,000 points pretty quickly. When I did this the very first, you know, way back in the day when this game first came out, I did this method. I got it in one round pretty much. Alright guys, but that is going to wrap up the Yo-Ho-Ho Dark Ops round by round challenge guide. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. This was a fun challenge to do for the first time, I think, and I enjoyed putting the guide together. So I figured this would be an easy one for most people, and I just wanted to make it fun by having a weird way to do it. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will keep posting these. I have the next ones up are going to be good enough. The speed run for Liberty Falls, as well as the round 50 and round 100. So those are the next like handful of guides. Also, we'll be preparing for December 5th because now we have confirmation on DLC 1. I'll be hunting the Easter eggs and things like that and posting a bunch of guides, so stay tuned. I got more planned beyond the Dark Ops challenges, so this has been a fun series, but I have a lot more ideas. So if you recently subscribed, turns out I actually like doing other things than Dark Ops. So anyways, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video.